The Pittsburgh Steelers currently have what I call the middle of the pack curse. In the National Football League, you are rewarded for one of two things: building a dynasty and winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl, or being absolutely horrible. Because when you're horrible, you get an incredible draft pick, and you can draft a player that could turn your entire franchise around. Unfortunately for the Steelers, Mike Tomlin seems to find a way to go 9-8 or 10-7 every single season. So if you're a fan and you want to watch them win games, that's pretty cool. But if you want to win a Super Bowl, something's got to change. Today, I'll be rebuilding the Pittsburgh Steelers and bringing them back to dynasty status. Head coach Miss Johnson is ready to turn this team around. Not gonna lie to you, every time I rebuild a team, I have this undying urge to literally trade every player over the age of 29. But I gotta stop myself from doing that because Cam Hayward is a true Pittsburgh Steeler, and so is TJ Watt. I can't just unload these guys. Also, to be totally honest, I've seen a lot of franchises where TJ Watt plays for like 7 more years. So here's definitely one of the highlights to this team. TJ Watt's like one of the best edge rushers in the game. He's 29 years old. Yes, he's gonna regress a little bit, but I don't want this to be like a trade TJ Watt, trade Cameron Hayward rebuild. Like, a really exciting guy on this team is Alex Highsmith. Alex Highsmith is an 89 overall speed rusher, 27 years old at Superstar. If we can put him in the right position to get a lot of sacks early, he'll easily get Superstar X Factor. So I just gotta make sure he's all set. I'm giving him no outsiders, inside stuff, and under pressure. Also, if you're gonna do a Steelers rebuild, how are you not excited about George Pickens? I love George Pickens. He's only a star development, but I'm going to make sure that George Pickens is our #1 target. I don't care if we go 0-17 or 17-0. So long as George Pickens gets a ton of reps, he's going to be an 86, 87 overall and a superstar at the end of the season. I think George Pickens is a huge key to future success on this team. The glaring issue, though, with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's kind of been their issue since Ben Roethlisberger left, is a franchise quarterback. They were floating around with randoms for years. Then they drafted Kenny Pickett. Some people thought maybe Kenny Pickett was the future. And then Kenny Pickett, played a full season and just struggled. That's okay. Kenny Pickett was never really supposed to be this generational quarterback. And the other problem, like I mentioned before, is the Steelers are so good, they never get a top 10 draft pick. If the Steelers had gotten a top 10 draft pick anytime in the last 5 years, they would have drafted, hopefully, that generational quarterback that they need. Instead, you've got Mr. Unlimited and Justin Fields, Russell Wilson being on the latter end of his career, and Justin Fields never truly developing to where people would have liked. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wish the Steelers this year continued to start Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields still has a chance in the National Football League. It's obviously not looked good so far, but let's be real, no quarterbacks look good on the Chicago Bears. And while he was with the Steelers, he looked pretty solid. Now that being said, the problem with Justin Fields is he's 25, he's normal dev, and he's a 73 overall. Virtually any quarterback that I draft in the upcoming draft is going to be between a 69 and 75 overall. They're probably going to be star dev, and they're going to be younger. So pouring my eggs in the Justin Fields basket doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Unfortunately, I don't think either of these guys are the future for us. What I'm going to do this season is I'm going to keep Russell Wilson as the starter for the entire season. I'm going to make sure that George Pickens gets as many reps as I can get him. I'm going to do the same thing with Najee Harris. Would love to see Najee Harris getting to superstar. The only problem is there's very few playbooks that are going to utilize the running back a ton and your wide receiver a ton. So I kind of got to pick, and I think I'm going to pick George Pickens. I like Freiermuth, and I got to say, really exciting to have a good offensive line. This is pretty rare, like a good developing offensive line. Frazier and Fatanu, both rookies. Dude, Zach Frazier's an 82 overall hidden dev rookie. That's crazy. Dan Moore's not the best left tackle, but he's 25 years old. So this offensive line is developing, which is great. That's usually something I have to pay a lot of attention to, but not nearly as much on this one. And the defense is honestly really good too. This is a big part of the reason that the Pittsburgh Steelers actually win games. Their defense is ridiculous. What we're going to notice very early on is Cam Hayward's going to regress so fast. TJ Watt's going to regress so fast. Would love to replace those guys. Got to continue to develop Highsmith. I really like Peyton Wilson. Peyton Wilson is very old for a rookie. He's a 24-year-old rookie. He's out of NC State, but he's going to be really good on this team. He's a pass coverage middle linebacker, which is perfect here because all the pressure from this defense comes from your outside linebackers. And that being said, they do have Cam Hayward listed as a right end, and he's 13 years in the league, 35 years old. It's honestly really likely that he just retires after this season. But I need him to be a D tackle, not a right end. Steelers defense is fun. A lot of times I run a 4-3, but we're going to continue to stick with the 3-4. I feel like it's just so iconically Pittsburgh Steelers. So Cam Hayward's going to be the sole D tackle. He'll almost always be in, applying pressure from the interior, and then Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt will consistently be blitzing off the edges. The only personnel change I'm going to make, I'm actually going to start Peyton Wilson at MLB 1, and we're going to move Patrick Queen to MLB 2. Patrick Queen's 25 years old. He's going to be great. Another one of my favorites on this lineup, Joey Porter. Like, I never really thought about how young and developing the Steelers lineup is, because the only guys I think of like Russell Wilson and TJ Watt and Cameron Hayward. All those guys are on the latter end of their career, but there's a lot of good young players on this team. There's not much more we can do this season. We just got to put George Pickens in a position to be successful. And I mean, frankly, I'd love to tank this season, but I don't really have control over that. So we'll just see how the Steelers play. All right, Miss Johnson, what are we running? If I'm gonna be honest, guys, if you want your wide receiver to go off, Los Angeles Rams is completely broken. It's a zone run West Coast scheme, which is actually an 85% scheme fit for the Steelers, so that does work really well. And then I'm gonna stick to the base 3-4 Mike Tomlin defense. The only thing we have to make sure you do, if you want your wide receiver to absolutely pop off, make sure that they're in either wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2. I'm going to be honest, sometimes it's a pot shot which one of these wide receiver positions is better. But the most important thing is slot wide receiver. George Pickens is already our slot wide receiver, so that's perfect for us. My rush left end is TJ Watt. My rush right end is Alex Highsmith. That's all perfect. Rush D tackles Cam Hayward. So everybody's in the right spot. Sub linebacker. Sub linebacker is actually really important. This comes in a ton depending on if you run a nickel or a dime. And this is where I really want Peyton Wilson. Peyton Wilson has a chance to win Defensive Rookie of the Year just simply by being on the field all the time and getting tackles. So I got to give him that opportunity. I'll put Patrick Queen at the backup. Slot corner is going to come in too. We have Beanie Bishop. We have 2 West Virginia rookies on this team, Beanie Bishop, as well as our center, and I'm blanking on his name, Zach Frazier. Yeah. Someone's offering a trade for Preston Smith, and I'm not using Preston Smith at all. We get a 6th-round pick and Dante Pettis. You could have just offered me the pick. I would have taken. There's also a trade offer for a Landon Roberts, who we are definitely not using either. And the Seattle Seahawks are out of their minds. You're going to give me a 5th, 6th, and a 7th for my 30-year-old depth middle linebacker. Even better than that, the Lions are going to give me a 4th and a 7th. I'm going to take it. 2 great starts. I don't mind that at all. All right, let's sim up to midseason. This year's really a wash. We got to go draft a quarterback, so let's get prepared to do that. So at midseason, we're 4-3, which is very Pittsburgh Steelers of us, but take a look at the stats. Russell Wilson is the 2nd leader in passing yards behind Trevor Lawrence. TJ Watt is top 2 in sacks, and George Pickens leads the league in receiving yards, and frankly, it's not close. He's 115, 120 over Brandon Ayuk. Rams is low-key OP, but it's only OP for stats. Like, I don't know that I've ever really had a ton of postseason success with this playbook. You just get a shit ton of reps, you know? Like, you get great development, and that's exactly what we need right now for George Pickens. This was truly a Pittsburgh Steelers season. We went 8-9, which is the curse of middle of the pack. Oh my goodness, dude. I mean, part of the reason we went 8-9 is the AFC North is just a powerhouse. 12-5 Cincy, 12-5 Baltimore. In the AFC East, the Jets go 11-6, and the Bills go 14-3. Indy gets a playoff berth at 9-8, and then Denver, LAC in the AFC. This is a weird sim. This is a weird sim. Regardless, you take a look at the league leaders and stats. TJ Watt with 15 sacks and 16 TFLs. George Pickens with 1,600 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns, and 117 receptions. That's an Antonio Brown stat line right there. Looks like Russell Wilson regressed a little bit. Yeah, I mean, this is why we need a quarterback so badly. He's throwing 4,100 yards. Look at the interceptions, 34-20. I mean, that might lead the league in interceptions. That is a lot of interceptions. No, thankfully, Anthony Richardson is around because Anthony Richardson threw 33 interceptions. Anthony Richardson threw 2 interceptions a game. Russell Wilson was the 2nd most, but he was not the most. Pretty solid, though, for yards. Looks like Joe Burrow was one of the best quarterbacks, but Josh Allen probably wins MVP here with 4,500, 48, and 5. It's a good stat line. On the ground, Josh Jacobs led the league, 1,514. Jahmyr Gibbs punched in 24 touchdowns. Damn. Receiving. George Pickens led the league, and it frankly wasn't even close. Not only that, but he had 15 touchdowns. The only people that had more were Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cooper Kupp, Khalil Shakir, Josh Downs, and Christian Watson. Let's pop over to see our defensive stats, how this Steelers defense is working, especially for a guy like Peyton Wilson. TJ Watt and Highsmith had amazing seasons, and I think I was more excited for Highsmith, who I think we're going to get more longevity out of. Cam Hayward got home 7.5 times. Solid season. Interceptions-wise, Joey Porter with 4. Patrick Queen, Elliott with 2. Minka with 2. Brew with an interception apiece. This is what I dreamed of. Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Player of the Year. McConkey's Offensive Rookie. The Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Allen. That kind of sucks. Cam Hayward's gone. One of our best defensive players out of the lineup. In this upcoming draft, we desperately need a quarterback as well as a D tackle. It's a little more than I'd like to get. Luckily, free agency's coming up here. If I can patch up a D tackle in free agency, that would be nice. Free agency, Javon Holland. Young, good free safety. Damn, this is kind of nice, but I got Minka and Elliott. I don't really need this. D tackles? It's a pretty weak D tackle free agency. I don't think this is worth it. There's nothing in free agency that particularly jumps out. Let's go to this draft. Okay, here's the mock drafts. Look at Matt Foote, who's supposedly going to the Giants. He literally looks like an extra fat Ben Roethlisberger. Dude, I swear they just took Ben Roethlisberger's face cam and like ran it through one of those fat filters. It already was kind of pudgy, but you know what I'm saying. Looks like there's a good amount of solid quarterbacks. Looks like there's about 3 quarterbacks in this top 10. I have them all 3 scouted as top 5 talent. So I just need to trade up to get one of these guys. I really don't care which one it is. I probably don't need the scrambler. We should trade up to get Nick Oliver. Let's look at the mock drafts. What's the earliest that Nick Oliver goes? Okay, he goes 9th here. He goes super late here. He goes 10th here. He goes 11th here. He goes 11th here. I think we'd be safe to trade up to 8th and take Nick Oliver. So I got to trade for the Dallas Cowboys pick. Patrick Queen did some good development there. What about Cole Holcomb? What if I package Cole Holcomb and my round 1 pick 12 to trade up for Dallas's round 1 pick 8? This would guarantee me I'd get a really good quarterback if they oh, they don't have the cap room. Shit. So I can't even trade with them. Well, I could do a pick swap. I have 4 7th-round picks, which I don't know how the hell we have 4 7th-round picks. But for my first-round pick 12, and 2 7th-round picks, we trade up 4 slots. I feel kind of dirty. That doesn't seem realistic at all. They really got to tune trading in this game. Although, once again, I did just witness Luka Doncic get traded for Anthony Davis. So anything is possible. It's all about picking on the shittiest GM. That's the real strat. All right, so we need to hope that Nick Oliver is still available. Matt Foote goes, Justin Waters goes, and our quarterback is still available. So we've already scouted Nick Oliver. We know that his talent is top 5. Out of the 3 quarterbacks, I will say he looks like the worst. He has elite strength, marginal speed, great throw power. His physicals don't jump out at me, but he is a quarterback. His skills, deep accuracy, and he's a strong arm. Nick Oliver. I can't say I'm mad about it. All we really need is for him to be hidden dead. Let's see what kind of drip he walks out here with. That's always the big question. What's his, because they literally random generate every single color of the suit. Yep, so we can have the stupidest shit ever. Oh, it's 2025, Madden. This looks like some shit I'd see in a PS2. But you know what? Oliver, are you hidden dev? Okay, keep in mind the true value thing is completely bugged also. So he's not number 1 in true value. All you need to look at is the grade value they give you for the pick. So B plus means it's pretty solid, and we just need hidden dev. 75 speed, 83 excel. He's not the slowest, but he's certainly not fast. 93 throw power for a rookie. He's pretty insane. He's hidden dev, North Carolina. Wasn't Drake May North Carolina? Or am I full of shit? Did I just get my Drake May? All right, awesome first pick. Hidden dev quarterback, exactly what we wanted. Our next pick is round 2, pick 12. Kind of need a D tackle. Doesn't appear to be virtually any on the board here. I'm gonna have to wait for a D tackle if I'm gonna get one. Let's just get the best position available or trade away. Ooh, very elite looking corner here. Really good looking wide receiver, but I've already got George Pickens developing so well. No, I'm gonna give our quarterback a lot of options. So George Pickens is developing super well, but take a look at this deep threat wide receiver out of USF. Elite acceleration, elite speed, goods, greats, and a solid. And then he's 6'1", so he's super fast and 6'1". Matthew Breland, okay, so his overall is not that good since he's a B-, but he's got, and he's limit dev. He's fast as shit. You can't take that away from him. 6'1", 97 speed, 97 excel. He's definitely gonna be a threat on this team. We're just gonna have to develop him. Next pick is round 3, pick 12. Any way I could finesse a D tackle out of here? Wow, Ben Barnett honestly looks pretty solid. Iowa State D tackle with insanely good physical. Whoa, he looks way better than solid. Projected to be a 3rd, 4th rounder. It's a C, so his overall isn't great, but he is hidden dev. Yes. A hidden development D tackle in the 3rd round. 78 speed, 88 strength, 8. It's very fast. That's our new young Cam Hayward. This is a good draft. All right, CPU, you're up, buddy. Let the CPU take my 4th, 5th, 6th, and I think I have 2 7s. So we should get a nice little haul of players here. Little draft recap here. Always the most important. Round 1, pick 8, Nick Oliver is a 72 overall. Perfect. That's great. I mean, I'd love if he was a little better, but that ain't bad. Breeland's a 74. He's super good. It's too bad he's not hidden dev, but it's all right. Barnett's a 70. And we've got a depth halfback with pretty good speed, 93 speed, 89 excel. And the rest of these guys are kind of throwaways. But let's take a look at the entire class. What do we miss out on? Damn. An 83 strong safety, and an 81 corner. These guys are studs. That being said, this 83 strong safety has 84 speed. So that's actually a gigantic liability. He may be the best overall player in the class, but that's such a liability. I'm really glad we didn't fall in that trap. Matt Foote, the round 1 pick 1 quarterback, was a 78 overall. And then what about Justin Waters? That was the only other quarterback that I could have taken. And Justin Waters is a 73 overall. So we traded exactly to where we needed to trade to. Nick Oliver was a great pick. And the Cowboys drafted Will Brock with the pick that we traded to them, a 75 overall corner. I think it worked out for the both of us. Before the season kicks off, I do want to get rid of one of these middle linebackers because I want Peyton Wilson to get reps. And I'm kind of just wasting a pretty solid, like Cole Holcomb's not great, but he's definitely worth a draft. The Panthers need a middle linebacker and they're willing to give me a 5th round pick for Cole Holcomb. I will take it. Before we go anywhere, I do want to look at the whole Steelers roster because it's really fun to look at this when the rebuild's done and see just how much better everyone got. We have 3 players 90 overall or better. That's TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, and Alex Highsmith. Highsmith is now a superstar X Factor also. I just noticed that. Huge. Yeah, I mean, he had 12.5 sacks last season. You figured he'd get a pretty big upgrade. Nasty. He also gets edge threat now too. Nice. Pickens is already an 88 overall now, and he is a superstar. Dude, he went from an 83 to an 88. And he got superstar. Let's give him some better abilities, though. Mid and elite. I'll give him bruiser because he's George Pickens, you know? And why not short a little? Najee had a solid season. We got Boswell. There's Joey Porter, who's progressing well. Zach Frazier's up to an 85. Patrick Queen's looking good. Deshaun Elliott. James Daniels. I really like this team. I think this rebuild has a chance to be like a real dynasty rebuild. Not just like, oh, we willed them to a Super Bowl finally. All right, Nick Oliver obviously is starting. Talbot, that halfback, is hidden dev. I don't think it's worth starting him over Najee. I think we still have a chance to get Najee up to superstar. Pickens looks great, and no hidden dev for Breeland. We did know that. There's honestly, like, we could put Breeland at slot wide receiver and get him offensive rookie of the year. Then we'd have 2 amazing wide receivers. I think I'm going to do that. Although he's going to be competing with Oliver, who also could get it. Okay, defensively, Peyton Wilson is now actually playing. I think I got to change up my depth chart stuff here. I do, actually. Damn. Keanu Benton's actually really good. I don't know that I needed Barnett. Dude, you know what, though? Ben Barnett, this is the kid that I drafted to play D-tackle. He's very fast. This is an edge rusher, potentially. His block shedding, power moves, finesse moves are actually horrible, but I think he could play right end. We're going to move Ben Barnett to right end. He's a slightly lower overall there, but at least he'll get some reps. My right and left end are horrible on this team right now. Also, our 3rd string corner is pitiful, too. So it's really Joey Porter and Beanie Bishop right now, kind of doing everything. And for this season and this season only, I'm going to put Matthew Breeland at slot wide receiver. I think it should be George Pickens moving forward just because George Pickens is so much better. But I could get Matthew Breeland a spectacular rookie year, maybe offensive rookie of the year if Nick Oliver doesn't get it. But things are looking really good for the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. We were able to draft a great quarterback. George Pickens developed super well. And hopefully we can get this team where we want it to be. At midseason, though, with our new rookie quarterback, things are not looking great. We're 2-5. If you look at the news here, it says Nick Oliver is hoping for a better second half to the year, and I have to agree. If you take a look at the stats, we are not top 5 in anything, unfortunately. Justin Waters of the New Orleans Saints is leading the league in passing yards. So right now, I don't have a snowball's chance in hell at Offensive Rookie of the Year. Oh my God, Justin Waters? Hopefully I can give us a little boost here. I'm going to play the moments against the Miami Dolphins in midseason of year 2. Nick Oliver, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 1,500 yards. Not the best rookie campaign so far. All right, Nick Oliver. Let's see that throw. Let's see that arm. Oh my goodness. You know what I just realized? Nick Oliver is Will Levis. He's a strong-arm quarterback who's turnover prone. He's Will Levis. As we throw a big one to Darnell Washington. I kind of forgot about Darnell Washington. He is huge. All right, Nick Oliver. I'm kidding. You're not Will Levis, bro. We go hand off to Najee, and that's... Wow. I just got done playing some college football, and this game plays a whole lot differently, I'll tell you that. All right, what about Matthew Breeland? That's our speed demon right there running that little post route. I'm going to throw Najee and almost get intercepted here. 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. Need a big pickup here. There's a nice dig route out of Mike Williams. All right, 1st and 15. This ain't a bad drive. Let's go, Breeland. All right, Nick, I'm not giving up on you, son. I'm going to go into George Pickens, who makes a tough catch. All right, this play was designed for George Pickens. Little play action, fake it to Najee, roll out right, but Breeland. Nice catch. I think Breeland over the middle, dude, 97 speed, 97 excel. No, he just got bagged. I'm just going to be totally honest. He got bagged. I'm not able to get that pass off. It's 2nd and goal. We didn't lose too much. I don't think Miami's manning up. They totally are. But, oh, Nick Oliver. George Pickens in single coverage. Just missed the pass there. The Dolphins are going to make a big mistake because they're going to leave George Pickens. Can't be doing that, man. This dude, George Pickens, I want a 99 overall X-Factor George Pickens. I want it bad. All right, 3rd and 4. Where's my boy? Peyton Wilson. Here he is. I'm going to get on the user cam here for Peyton Wilson. Tua wants to take off. Peyton Wilson's all over it. Nice work. Listen, it's really simple here. If they're manning up, we can go George Pickens. If not, we can throw Breeland. And it's very simple. We can just throw an interception. Breeland got chucked off his route. He's just a rookie. Gotta love chew clock in Madden. Just use the entire fucking clock. Now I've just got to throw a touchdown. It's actually such a great ball by Nick Oliver, but that's the end of the 2nd quarter. Don't you guys just love a game-breaking scenario? Does anyone realize what just happened? At the end of the 2nd quarter, as time expired, I threw that pass to Pat Freiermuth. That's halftime. And now coming out of halftime, I have the ball at the same spot. It's the first play of the 3rd quarter. And I am exactly where Pat Freiermuth got the ball, and now I get a touchdown to Breeland. We just defied the laws of everything. There was no halftime kickoff in this game of NFL football. We simply went from the 2nd quarter to the 3rd quarter. I don't know, like this was a basketball game? Even basketball has halftime. This literally makes sense. That was pretty cool, actually. It gave me a touchdown I definitely wouldn't have otherwise had. Oh, now at the end of the 3rd quarter, we are doing halftime adjustments. And now at the start of the 4th quarter, the game continues. 6 minutes in the 4th quarter. I'm going to keep throwing this hitch to Breeland. Bro, they won't guard it. They won't guard the hitch to Breeland. I wonder if we're going to get a halftime kickoff in like the middle of the game or something. That'd be really funny. Well, it's 21-6. We're kind of killing them. You think they guard the hitch? It's pretty defended here. I'm still going to throw it. Ooh, I really like this. Wide receiver under here. This is a really nice route combo from Pickens Breeland. Pickens is going to get wide open. I don't think we're feeding Najee as much as we could be. I tried my hardest to get that in there. Let's try it again. 4th and goal. Najee Harris. Dolphins are nowhere to be found. Dude, this is an awesome game. You know why the Dolphins can't beat us right now? It's the weather. It's a Miami team. Miami teams don't like this, man. That's why you go to Miami. You want that nice weather. It's 4th and 17. They've got no choice but to go for it, and that's pretty damn open. And Tyreek is so fast. Chill. Regardless, it's too little, too late for Miami. 28-14 W for the Steelers. We're definitely not going to the playoffs this year, but it's nice to get a really good performance out of Nick Oliver. 3 touchdowns, 246. And just in case anyone is like, you guys want to like look at this. All right, so if we look at the end of the 2nd quarter, Nick Oliver throws to Pat Freiermuth. So this is the last play of the 2nd quarter. Throw to Pat Freiermuth. Time expires. Darn it. We don't score before the quarter, right? Well, the 3rd quarter kicks off. It says 1st and goal. This is the first play. Doesn't make any sense. Or no, that wasn't even the first play. The first play's down here, but you get the idea. I've never seen that happen before. I don't know what caused the game to do that, but it worked in our favor. Really tough season for the Steelers, but this was a true rebuild year for us, and we're finally, actually rebuilding. 5-12 record. An 87 overall. And the Buffalo Bills lose to the Washington Commanders. Super Bowl MVP is Jaden Daniels. Josh Allen wins MVP and Offensive Player of the Year again. Congratulations, Josh Allen. And would you look at that? Offensive Rookie of the Year, Matthew Breeland. So somehow we beat Justin Waters, who was having like a ridiculously good start to the season. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, Justin Waters must have fallen off because that kid was like leading the league. Nick Oliver, a not so spectacular season. 3,700 yards, 20-12. It's not bad for a rookie. Certainly has earned a spot. Najee goes 9, 23, and 12. It's a good amount of touchdowns for Najee Harris. Receiving, Matthew Breeland, 1,088 and 11. So clearly nowhere near as impactful as George Pickens was under the same scenario. George Pickens was 1,615. But George Pickens has already progressed the way that we wanted him to. Breeland now has the same development, and now we can put George Pickens back to our true wide receiver. Mike Williams added 811 yards. Freiermuth, 525 and 3. We don't got to worry about tight ends so much in this playbook because they're just not utilized that much. So I don't feel any pressure to go out and get a superstar tight end. Defensively, this is what I like to see. Okay, Patrick Queen's starting to play insanely well. Patrick Queen had 5 interceptions, 126 tackles. Wilson, 99 and 1. And our sacks came from TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. No big shocker there. Barnett, whoa. Ben Barnett at right end. 8.5 sacks. He almost could have got Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's a very good season for him. Benton did not do that much. But 3 sacks out of Queen. Queen was ridiculous. 126 tackles, 2 TFLs, 3 sacks, 5 interceptions, 7 passes deflected. Yeah, he's balling. We've got great cap space too. So let's see what free agency looks like. Much stronger free agency. I just don't know that we need any of these guys. Yeah, I really couldn't use almost any of those. Odafe always available, and he wants to play for us. We just don't need it. We got Highsmith, TJ Watt. I just can't justify that. Fuller, any decent young guys? Dude, no way. A superstar punter? I think just for the memes, I kind of want this guy. He's cheap. I don't know that I've ever had a superstar punter, like ever. I would love for you to come play for us, buddy. Yeah, another free agency where there's nothing that I can really take advantage of here. I'm not gonna lie, going 5 and 12 has its perks. We are round 1, pick 4. Gonna be honest though, don't know that I'm gonna use this pick. If there's a really incredible player that I want, I'll go for it. But we've got our quarterback, we've got a halfback, we've got wide receivers, we got a developing O-line and a good defense. There's a good left end available, but I don't think he's that good. Looks all right. Here's an incredible left tackle, but don't know that the value's there. I really don't think there's going to be any pick here that has enough value to justify. Here's a really good looking left outside linebacker. We could get TJ Watt's replacement. This is basically the only player we could take here. Speed rusher LaMichael Randall out of Texas. This is our TJ Watt replacement. Elite speed, elite acceleration. Oh, first round outside. I do kind of want him. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this is the right call here, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna do it anyway. LaMichael Randall. Gave me a B+, which, oh no, sorry, B-, which is not that good. 86 speed, 91 excel. Yeah, I mean, eventually he could be TJ Watt. I just think it's a reach, that's all. He's obviously a good player. I just don't know that he's worth round 1, pick 4. We do get a high pick, 2nd round still. Round 2, pick 4. I do need a corner. I'm not seeing any value I like. I'm trading this away. Should have some good value here. Yeah, geez, look at that. Seahawks give me a 1st rounder. I think I really want a 1st rounder on this. 1st, a 5th, 1st, a 6th, 1st, 4th. I'm gonna get a 1st and a 5th from the Seahawks. Bet. So next year we have an extra 1st round pick and a 5th round pick for that. And now I'm gonna take a corner in the 3rd round. Just whoever looks best here. We have no depth at the corner position right now. Oh, we could take a safety too and move him to corner, but I don't know. This is a weird looking corner. Oscar Nolan. This is a day 3 kid. I'm gonna take a shot here. This is a shot. B-. Hidden Dev. Lefty Iowa corner. 6'2", 92 speed, 92 excel. Hidden Dev. That was a hell of a shot. I like that. All right, CPU, best of luck. 2 first-round picks in the next draft. We get a Hidden Dev outside linebacker, a Hidden Dev corner. This is a really good draft, too. Draft recap. Not bad. LaMichael Randall, 74 overall. I feel like you want to get a little more value out of a round 1, pick 4. But Oscar Nolan, that's our round 3 pick, 73 overall. CPU with a lot of whiffs, but that is totally okay. I'm sure I would have done the same thing. We take a look at the entire NFL. Best player in the class is only a 79 overall. Actually, LaMichael was not that bad. This is a relatively weak class. Solid corner here. There's a 2nd round safety who is a 77. He's a very fast wide receiver, but overall, nothing crazy in this class. Yeah, fastest player in the class was 97. There's a 98 strength D tackle, Cam Spriggs in the 3rd round. That's a really nice pick. Overall, though, I'm really excited about how this looks. Year 3 lineup. I really like the direction we're going in. We no longer have Isaac Seumalo, so I do have a vacancy at left guard. That's something we could easily shore up in free agency or the draft. I think for now, it's going to be just fine. We still have a really good offensive line. Fryer moves up to an 88. Breland and George Pickens. We got 2 great wide receivers who are still developing. For Nick Oliver, who's now a 79 overall. Najee Harris is up to an 87. And defensively, still both of these guys are X Factors, which is awesome. Highsmith and TJ Watt, both X Factors. We're going to come to kind of a crossroads pretty soon here. Either we're going to be able to win it all while Highsmith and TJ Watt are still incredible, or we're going to have to trade them for some value. But I think next year we may have a decent shot, and the year after that. So nothing to worry about too much right now. We do not have Deshaun Elliott either. So I think before this season starts, I got to get a strong safety. I'm okay without a left guard. I'm not okay without a strong safety. Let's patch that up first. We have a lot of extra picks now. We got the extra round 1 pick from the Seahawks. Maybe we can make something out of that, actually. Let's find a young, strong safety we can trade for. Ooh, look at this. Falcons have a 22-year-old, 79 overall strong safety, Donovan Terry. I'm going to offer our very bummy, young, strong safety so that Falcons are taking a pretty significant safety hit. In return, we'll offer our extra 4th-round pick. I don't expect this to be enough. Not even close. Okay. 3rd-round pick, still not that close. Let's give him our 2nd and a 4th. Beautiful. So the way I like to think of this is if I got Donovan Terry for a 2nd-round pick, that would have been an amazing draft pick. So we offload Dickens, a 2nd and a 4th. We get Donovan Terry, who's still got 3 years left on his deal. He's a 79 overall strong safety. I think that's a really nice addition to this team before this year starts. Offense is developing so well that I really don't have to mess with it that much. And defensively, Terry is now in. Ooh, yeah. This team's looking good. Obviously, I did just pick up LaMichael Randall. And this first season, he's really not going to do anything. How do we feel about that? I think I still need Highsmith and Watt. I might have to trade Randall for... He's 6'5", 260. Could he play right end? I think he could. Or left end. LaMichael Randall. Slightly undersized left end in the National Football League, but not really. He's 6'5", 260. Oh, yeah. His overall went up. So LaMichael Randall, the rookie, is going to get reps here. Okay. I like what we just did. And here's the newest Steeler, Donovan Terry. 5'10", 210 pounds. Out of Auburn. 91 speed, 86 excel. And the beauty of all of this is obviously some people are going to want some big contracts. There's no question about that. But we've got a lot of salary cap. We got a lot of space. The new look Pittsburgh Steelers were feeling good. George Pickens was as good as he's ever been. The new defensive additions looked amazing on paper, and it felt like all the puzzle pieces were locking into place. And by the end of the 2026 season, the Steelers had their best season in a while. 11-6, gentlemen. We just lost to the Patriots in week 16, but a big W against the Bengals in week 17 brings us to our first playoff game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 9-8. We've got an 87 overall with an 89 defense. Must have been a great season for us. Statistically, TJ Watt is clearly not regressing. 19 sacks, 19 TFLs. And George Pickens is back to doing George Pickens shit. He almost had a 2,000-yard season. Oh my God. All right, Nick Oliver, as a rookie, he just needed some time. And honestly, he's still very interception prone, 19 interceptions. But 42 touchdowns, 4,300, way better than last season. Najee put up 1,108, one of his best seasons. And George Pickens went absolutely nuclear. 22 touchdowns, 1,900 yards. You're kidding me. Interestingly, Roman Wilson was so good. He was even better than Matthew Breland. I don't really know where this came from, but congratulations, Roman Wilson. He got involved. Defensively, our number 1 guy this time around was Peyton Wilson, not Patrick Queen. 111-3 and a sack. And this combo is actually so broken. TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, just unbelievable what they were able to do together. It's going to be really sad when one of these guys really starts to fall off, but we're not there yet. 7.5 out of Barnett, 3.5 out of Benton, 2.5 out of LaMichael Randall, the rookie. 3 interceptions for Joey Porter and 1 apiece for Queen, Bishop, and Terry. Taking a quick look around the entire league. Looks like Aiden Hutchinson led the league in sacks. TJ Watt was probably pretty close to Defensive Player of the Year, but I think it's going to go to Hutch. 7 interceptions for David Murray. Damn. Pickens absolutely dominated the league, although Rashee Rice had 25 touchdowns. 20 burger for Jahmyr Gibbs on the ground, and then Josh Jacobs had 1,700 yards, 15 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker, 1,617. So some good running back seasons in here. Najee Harris was 4th, though. He was 4th in the league in rushing yards. And Josh Allen threw 5,100 yards, but he's not going to get MVP. That's going to go to Mahomes. 2 yards short of 5,000, but 59 touchdowns, 7 interceptions is disgusting. Baker Stafford, dude, Anthony Richardson, this guy loves throwing interceptions. Nick Oliver is in the top 5 in interceptions. I don't really care. I mean, we made the playoffs, which is really cool. I would like to watch this game, but it's only a wild card. If we can make it to the divisional, Jesus, I'm so glad I didn't watch. We just got shit on. We're certainly putting the puzzle piece together. We just got whomped by the Jaguars, 45-10. Trevor Lawrence, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Nick Oliver didn't do shit. It's only Nick Oliver's 2nd year. I'm not expecting a ton of playoff success on him right now, but I really like where we're at. The Ravens beat the Packers this time around. That is 2 Super Bowls already for the Ravens in this sim. George Pickens wins Offensive Player of the Year. Congratulations. But Aiden Hutchinson wins Defensive Player of the Year. Pickens is putting on a masterclass in this Rams offense. The Rams offense is really so good, man. It's really fun to use. I swear you could take the worst, shittiest bronze wide receiver and turn that guy into a god if you wanted to with this playbook. If you have enough patience, you definitely can. All right, we haven't gotten to make a single free agency signing yet. Hopefully there's something here in year 3. All right, I've got 70 million cap. We just went to the wild card playoffs and lost. I think we should make a big move right here and see if we can make a very legitimate playoff push. And I'm thinking Jair Alexander is probably the #1 pickup for us right now. So Jair is relatively cheap because he's only star dev. If he was superstar or X Factor, I'd have to pay so much money for him. Hutchinson is technically available. I don't think this is a smart use of our cap. He wants 41 mil a year. He's already not interested, so I'd have to pay him even more than that. Rice, we don't need. We got good wide receivers. Tyreek, we don't need. We got good wide receivers. Jair, I don't have good corners. You take a look at our corner room. It's Joey Porter Jr., Beanie Bishop, and Oscar Nolan. Oscar Nolan is developing. Joey Porter's already good. Beanie Bishop is 27 and okay. Jair would be an instant impact, super good corner on this team. He does want to play for us already, but I want him for more than a year. I'm going to go player friendly, 3-year deal, bump his salary just a little bit and his bonus just a little bit. And that's a really strong offer for Jair Alexander. Karlaftis also likes our team. I don't think he is good. I just don't think that we need him. 24 mil a year too, that's just a little expensive. Let's see if I can get a left guard though. So there is Elgton Jenkins. He's just not interested in the squad. Might have to overpay for him. I wouldn't hate it. If there's a different left guard though, would love to go for that. 25-year-old Drew Sanders kind of wants to play for us, but we still got Queen. Don't need it. Let me see the guard scenarios here. I think we just overpay for Elgton Jenkins to have a really good push this year. Player friendly, bump the salary, bump the bonus. How tough is that offer? It's not a great offer. I mean, no one else has offered on Jenkins though. Let's eval these. Bingo. Hey, it helps when no one else is interested. Elgton Jenkins to the Steelers, Jair Alexander to the Steelers. These next 2 years are big years for us. We can definitely build a dynasty with or without a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, but I'd like to win one. I might even trade away these picks. All right, 2027 NFL draft. We have our pick and we have the Seahawks pick. So we have round 1, pick 17 and round 1, pick 22. Damn. I really don't need a corner here, but this kid's too good. I always hate this when I pick up a really good player in free agency, then I see just a generational. Corners weren't even on my radar. I'm taking him. He looks way too good to pass up. A-, hidden dev, 95 speed, 93 XL corner, DeAndre Stewart. I'm gonna have to trade one of my corners. It's not a big deal though. I'm struggling from success. I have too many good players at a position, which is fine. Let's just make a good trade with him. Jalen Clancy doesn't look amazing, but I think this is a good draft to build offensive line. Can never really go long taking a solid offensive line in the first round. Clancy's hidden dev. That's really all I can ask for. 6'6", 328. So he's a big tackle and he's hidden dev. It's a beautiful thing for the Steelers. All right, draft recap. Show me something good. Oh my God, I'm a genius. I had to do it. DeAndre Stewart's a 79 overall. He might be one of the best players in the class. It did say A-, which means he wasn't the best player in the class, but he got to be up there. DeAndre Stewart, a 79 overall corner in the first round. So now we've got Jair Alexander, we've got Joey Porter, and we've got DeAndre Stewart. So all I got to do is trade away Beanie Bishop and Oscar Nolan, and I'll be able to get some value out of them. Clancy's a 73. CPU gets me a 71 halfback and a couple mediocre players, but that was an incredible pick. Literally an incredible pick. I take it all back. DeAndre Stewart was the best player in the class. Next was Gil Glenn. This is another guy I could have taken with that pick. I even could have taken him with my other pick. So I did whiff on tackle. This guy was sitting there and I missed him because I had round 1, pick 22. So I did miss here. I could have had 279 overalls. Regardless, very excited about DeAndre Stewart. Hidden dev rookie out of Illinois. Dude, his stats are nasty. Jumping, excel, speed, and then his coverages will just go up as he develops. It's going to be a really good team. All right, who needs a corner? Let's take a look at the roster first and foremost before we make a trade here, because got to figure out what we want to get. Okay, Najee Harris is officially falling off, and falling off pretty bad. He's down to an 80 overall. with 88 speed. Najee's a liability. I actually need a running back, which is weird. I almost never trade for running back. But let's get a running back. George Pickens is an X Factor 93 overall. He's a freak. We're really good in this department. Offensive line looks so much better. Elgton Jenkins was a great signing. Clancy will be ready to fill in when we need him. But for now, he can just kind of hang out at depth. Freiermuth looks great. Breland looks great. Would really like to see Nick Oliver get a dev trade upgrade. He's just kind of floating right now as star. Defensively, team looks literally incredible. Oh, shit. Look at Beanie fucking Bishop. When did this happen? Beanie Bishop is a superstar. Well, shit. I'm just going to be totally honest. My Jair Alexander signing was almost pointless. I mean, he's still really good, but I mean, Beanie fucking Bishop is a superstar. Damn. Okay, we now have the most stacked corner room in the NFL history. Joey Porter, Oscar Nolan, Jair Alexander, Beanie Bishop, and DeAndre Stewart. I think we keep DeAndre Stewart because the value is insane. We keep Beanie Bishop, although Beanie Bishop would be some really good trade value. What if our starters were Jair, Joey? I'm gonna trade Bishop still. Beanie Bishop, really all Beanie Bishop with superstar says is even more trade value. I'm gonna trade Beanie Bishop and potentially a pick. I'm gonna go for an absolute monster running back. Who needs a corner? Let's find that out first. Beanie Bishop. Close, but no cigar. The Jets desperately need a corner. Beanie Bishop, round 1, round 4, round 5 for 92 overall, Breece Hall. Here is your new Steelers starting running back. I like to see some fresh legs in Pittsburgh. 26 years old, superstar, 3 years left on his deal is great, and 93 speed, 92 excel. I think this is going to be a noticeable difference. I mean, Najee just came off of a really good season, and Najee's washed. So give him tank, evasive, and recuperation. All right, it's a nice acquisition there. Here's the thing. We're still, like, even with doing that, we are still over-leveraged at the corner position, which is crazy when you think about it, but we are. For now, though, I'm not going to do anything about it because Nolan can still play backup safety. Minka is getting older. There's a chance we'll use one of these guys. We already traded away Beanie Bishop. Let's head to midseason, see how this team's doing. By far the best start to a season. 6-1. We're a 91 overall, and we get to beat up on the Raiders. I'm playing this game for sure. Let's play the moments. I mean, we've got a much better Nick Oliver than last time we played. We've now got Breece Hall at running back, a superstar X Factor George Pickens. Oh, wait just a minute. It is 7-0. We've got a turnover already. Peyton Wilson. You're a little better now, Peyton Wilson. Does this change things? Does this change things? Come here. Who's your quarterback? I was going to say Minshew. I don't think that's Minshew. I'm not getting any offensive moments. It's 10-0. This is not good. They're low-key moving the ball on us. He's going to throw. Okay, it was dropped. Nice. Peyton Wilson got in the way of that, I guess. I don't know how he dropped it, but we'll take it. 2nd and 10. Patrick Queen right in the middle of this defense. Raiders going to motion one over. And then snap the football. Kind of in the middle here. How did I not intercept? I think I reached for it, but didn't get it, did it? We're getting smacked. 17-7. I haven't gotten a single offensive moment yet. Oh, we got to send a blitz. Come on, we know he's passing. I'm on Minka here. I've got this covered. And there's a flag. Please don't be on me. Please don't be on me. It's illegal contact. That was a Chiefs bailout right there. It wasn't even close to the play. I think at 1st and goal from the 3, we got to blow this up. It's got to be a run, right? Come on, Minka. Come on, Minka. Oh, it's a pass. Just going to throw underneath. Wide open Brock Powers. I finally get to play on offense. Let's go. 24-7. There's Matthew Breland on the edge, and of course, George Pickens. And now we got Breece Hall. Let's hit the boy Breece Hall. Never mind. Oh my God, are you kidding me? What are those blocks? Gotta make something happen here. There's Roman Wilson. Definitely got to get a corner out to go here, and I think George Pickens will have it. Nice. Out of bounds. Great clock management here. I would go mesh spot. I'm going to hit Breland on the exact same thing if I can. Hoping it's man coverage. It's not, but I think George Pickens has got it again. Little overthrown there. 2nd and 10. Take the easy pass in here to McGee. Oh, shoot. I think I just missed that. I shanked him. That had, like, no power either. But at least I'm getting offensive possessions now, which is good. Hopefully can put this away. Roman Wilson! Damn, dude, Roman Wilson is really stepping up on this Steelers roster. We get it back. Oh, it's a tale of two halves, boys. There's not a soul on George Pickens. Okay, he got back on him, but they're run committing. Pat Freiermuth just dropped the most wide open, uncovered ball in the back of the end zone. Wow, this really is just a bad game. All right, Breece Hall, make this easy for us. I'm going to block Freiermuth since he can't catch anyway. And let's just see what this defense does. Beautiful. Roman Wilson has been our guy today. Nice blocks, 21-24. Third down alert. We're going to get another possession on offense. Dude, it's taken everything in me to turn this game around, but it's definitely possible. All right, 3rd and 5. Gonna nullify the play action, and George Pickens. It's our best wide receiver right there. He hasn't seen a lot of looks today. Oh, this used to be one of my favorite plays of all time, bro. Cross drag. I used to run this so much. I don't remember what Madden it was in, but it's a really good play. Don't sleep on Oliver. He may not be the fastest, but we'll take 10 yards when we see it. I'd love to get the boy George Pickens open here. He's not, but Patty Freiermuth makes up for his drop earlier. Nice work. We've really had to show up and make some stops. 28-24. Great second half. We need one more stop here. 4th and 1. They're not going to run this. It's a pass. He's got the running back. I'm a little late, and he caught it. Oh, I thought he might drop that. Oh, we get the ball back, though. Looks like our defense got to stop anyway. We just got to hold on to this lead. Nice little motion here. It's like a fake jet. Wait, that's a handoff? Oh, my God. I thought that was a pass. Mr. Pickens. Mr. Pickens is just too open to miss. Can do a little stat padding for fun, though. George Pickens is wide open. He caught it and the DBI. Oh my God. Hello? That made literally no sense. Hopefully not throwing an interception. If we throw an interception, it'd be really stupid, but just identify the easy throws. Roman Wilson continues to be like 6 catches, 140 yards for Roman. I'm gonna go Brees the Beast since I've got a little Freiermuth downfield blocker. George Pickens single coverage, you just... Dude, they could have picked that off and won the football game. 4th and 10, Roman Wilson is from a different planet, I think. Why did Roman Wilson become our best player? He just he's always open. I'm gonna go inside zone here, Brees Hall with 12 seconds. Gonna try and stat pad a little touchdown here. I think I might. Not quite. 2nd and goal. No huddle. 18-second runoff. Yeah, that classic no huddle scenario. 28-24, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson, is that a W I smell? That was like a really hard fought win against a not so great Raiders team. We had to claw our way to that victory. That puts us at 7-1. Great looking season. Let's send it up to the playoffs where we virtually have to make them at 7-1 here. We'd have to lose almost every game. 15-2. AFC North is nowhere near close to me. Nick Oliver just had by far his best season, and we're probably the highest overall in the league. Roman Wilson. Did Roman Wilson sneak his way into slot wide receiver? He must have. I don't know how it shifted because I'm on manual, but Roman Wilson just went for 1,600 yards and 19 touchdowns. Nick Oliver only got beat by JJ, but maybe I'm MVP. Let's look at the stats. This is an insane season for us. Okay, Nick Oliver finally had a monster season. 4,749 and 9. Brees Hall had 1,111 and 9 touchdowns. Najee still tacked on 6. Roman Wilson, 19 times. Yeah, he got slot wide receiver. I don't know how, but he got slot wide receiver. Pickens had 907 and Breeland had 850 and 6. Peyton Wilson, 106 and 4. Highsmith had 15. Watt had 13, 8.5 out of Barnett. Jair Alexander, the free agent, 5 interceptions. 4 for Minka. Porter had 2. Oscar Nolan had 2, which means that our rookie really didn't do much. DeAndre Stewart, no interceptions. Very realistically, could be an MVP season for Nick Oliver. McCarthy has 300 more yards, but he has 8 less touchdowns and 1 more interception. Mahomes has 2 more interceptions, 3 more touchdowns. It's going to be a tight MVP race. I'm interested to see who they give this to. JJ, Nick Oliver, or Patrick Mahomes. As for yearly awards, the MVP is Jalen Hurts. I didn't even consider that. Jalen Hurts must have like rushing touchdowns or rushing yards or something. So Jalen Hurts is the leader, then Mahomes, then Nick Oliver, then JJ McCarthy, then Lamar. Damn it. Miss Johnson's going to get Coach of the Year, though. First ever female Coach of the Year. Roman Wilson could get Offensive Player of the Year. And TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, we got some chances here. I like what we got. For now, though, I mean, we get a bye in the wild card, so we can hop in and watch this divisional game. Colts versus Steelers. What's that Colts roster looking like? Did Anthony Richardson finally develop? For the record, this Steelers roster, the #1 player now is George Pickens. Then it's Brees Hall, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Nick Oliver, Minka, Zach Frazier, Frazier, Patrick Queen, Freiermuth, Jair Alexander, Joey Porter. A lot of 90 pluses. Do need to go on the depth chart and make sure that Roman Wilson is not my slot wide receiver. That's clearly a mistake. I mean, he's good still. He's balling out, actually. Although famously, George Pickens is the one who said that, you know, people like Amon-Ra St. Brown are slot merchants, and that's why they get so many targets and stats. All right, Colts. Quentin Nelson, Jonathan Taylor, Josh. No, it's the same Colts roster. They've got Alex Tillman, a rookie corner. Well, auto-generated corner, who's really good. Other than that, John Golden. We should not lose to this team. We definitely have the better squad. Our second playoff appearance. We've still yet to get a playoff win, but this season's a little different. We're a 92 overall roster. We're 15-2. We're on an absolute tear this season. Nick Oliver, Anthony Richardson. There's Jonathan Taylor. All right, Colts, let's see what you got. This is a crucial fourth quarter drive for the Steelers. It's 18-21. We got a 3-point lead, and Nick Oliver's looking to put it away. At least he gets that ball off. You know, the sim mode in these games, I feel like not a lot of people use this. So I think EA kind of neglects it, and it is a bummer because sometimes you see them do very repetitive, stupid, horrible decision-making, but it's still really fun to watch. It's fun to put in place the team and then watch them execute it. But right now it's 3rd and 10, and we've thrown 2 footballs away at the end of the fourth quarter, and he's gonna do it again. It's the same thing. Every time they turn their shoulder like that, they will get sacked. So could kind of see that coming from a mile away. It's 18-21, and that means that Anthony Richardson has to fight against the same simulation shenanigans. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are known for their defense. We've got a 3-point lead in our second playoff appearance. 3 minutes left, and the Colts have the football. We've also got a ridiculous D-line, but Richardson throws a laser over the middle. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. We got to get home on Anthony Richardson. Like, we have to apply pressure, sack him, keep the clock ticking, and that's exactly how. TJ Watt. He's like 32 now, but he's still got it. Onto the offense, too. Short pass, still inbounds. That's beautiful. That clock is ticking. 3rd and 17, huge play. Highsmith. Nobody gets the pass off to Michael Pittman, who's down in the middle of the field, 4th and 6. They got to go for it. Biggest play of the game right here. Get home. Highsmith held up. Anthony Richardson taking off and then unloading and throwing a pick. Oh, my God, who got it? Dude, our Steelers corners are so good that could have been anybody. It's Jair Alexander. The free agent signing just sealed this playoff game. I think Anthony Richardson could have scrambled for that. Look at how much he's got daylight in front of him. And he chucks a very Anthony Richardson-esque ball. I mean, it wasn't like Josh Downs could have got that, but we made a great free agent signing in Jair Alexander. He comes down with it, and Nick Oliver, this is basically hand the ball off to Breece Hall 3 times. Please, don't mess this up. This is why we made the trade. We unloaded Beanie Bishop because we were too heavy at corners. And the Jets did not want to give up Breece Hall, so it cost us a 1st, a 4th, and a 7th, I believe. But we were able to get Breece Hall. So Breece, let's make that a correct decision right now. It's 3rd and 4. Colts second time. We get a first down right here. Game's over. Can Breece Hall do it, or do we pass this? That's a handoff. Breece Hall. Breece, the beast. Oh my God, he laid somebody out, but he couldn't quite get to the first down. Now on 4th and 1, we'll do one more punt. I am okay with this, though. The Colts with absolutely no timeouts. They got to get in field goal range, but oh, it's a beautiful punt, too. No, just kidding. You know, I really wish that, like, drafting good punters actually impacted the game, too, because I picked up that superstar punter in free agency, and he's useless. I've never seen a punter actually hit a punt dot in this game, you know? Laser beam over the middle is not caught. Best case scenario here is just a short pass tackled in bounds or a sack. They just don't have enough clock nearly to deal with this, especially with how broken this game's clock management mechanics are. If he's tackled him, no, doesn't even catch it. I do talk about it a lot, but like the no huddle is completely busted in Madden to where it'll burn 22 seconds off no matter the down and distance. So watch, they're going to lose 22 seconds here. There's going to be 10 seconds left on the clock. 15, 14. Okay, I take it back. There was 14 seconds left on the clock. But you get the point. Now the game's over. It's over. Yeah, and that's it. 2nd and 13. It's going to burn all the clock, and the Steelers are going to take home the win. 21-18. It was all Steelers defense. I feel like our offense really faltered there at the end, but his defense is unbelievably good too. So Miss Johnson wins her first playoff game We had the bye, which means we are already into the AFC champion. That was a really good game. Dude, Nick Oliver didn't do anything. He just coasted to a victory. 6 for 12, and he passed for 1 touchdown. Breece Hall really didn't do anything either. It was all defense. I don't even get how we scored touchdowns. We scored 1 with Breece Hall on the ground. Nick Oliver threw 1. Looks like George Pickens had 2 for 54. Yeah, it was a really, really weak offense. Now, this is ironic. It is Jets at Steelers for the AFC championship. They're 12-5. And they have my Beanie Bishop, and I have their Breece Hall. So this should be a really fun one. Conference championship. I have to imagine a lot of the Jets roster still intact, but the big question is who's going to be their quarterback? Because it's obviously not Aaron Rodgers still, right? Sauce Gardner's a 99. Quinn Williams looks great. Garrett Wilson looks great. I'm not seeing a quarterback. Oh, Mike. The Jets acquired Mac Jones, and he doesn't even look half bad. It's an 81 overall. I mean, he's still normal, Dev, but all right. AFC championship against the Jets. 12-5. Is anyone getting deja vu by chance? Guess what? It's 18-21. The Steelers have the lead. And it's 1st and 10. And we're going to throw a nice... Ooh, I like that. I like that little play action. 2nd and 3. Unfortunately, we're out of bounds, so we did stop the clock for them. But once again, we've got the lead by 3 points with the exact same score. But I'd like to see us be a little more... Holy shit, I said be more aggressive, and Nick Oliver just fucking... heaved into double coverage. What are you doing? Not that aggressive. All right, it's 3rd and 3 here. I mean, I really would have liked to run play on that last one, but I think this goes to Breece here. Can you get 3 yards? Breece! That's also a holding, I'm pretty sure, on us. Absolutely no way to get around this one. It's a holding on the offense. Breece didn't get it anyway. Oh my God, punt dot. Did we just witness a punt dot? Maybe it does matter. Maybe it does matter. Oh my goodness, the punt dot paid off. Just like that, Mac Jones and the Jets go 3 and out. They're punting it right back to us. We're actually gonna get to return this one, but some pitiful blocking. All right, it's 1st and 10. We've got it in enemy territory here. Field goal doesn't do us that much good. The important thing here is that we use some clock. So I'd like to see some solid handoffs, some good downfield blocking. Or just check downs is fine, so long as you're in... Oh, my God, Freiermuth! He dropped it, tipped it up to himself, dropped it twice. God, the guy had 2 wide open drops on the same play. Freiermuth is drop prone. He's done that like a lot of times in this rebuild. Finally, we hand the ball off just to use a little bit of clock, but it goes literally nowhere, and we're looking at 3rd and 10. Need Nick Oliver to throw an absolute rope here. He chucks the ball out of bounds. God, what are we doing? In the sim that I've watched, our offense looks horrible. And that punt goes to the 24. He would have been better off punting it through the end zone. Mac Jones gets it off. Nice catch. 2nd and 2. Does he get the snap off before the 2-minute warning? He does. It's a play-action draw. He's almost sacked. 3rd and 2 here. It's going to be a nice stop. Highsmith. Spin move. Check down, caught out of bounds. They lose 2 yards on it, and the Jets got to go for it. 4th and 4 from their own 30. This would determine the game if they can't get it. Highsmith, Watt, Mac Jones, clean pocket, lots of time, but it's dropped. Oh my God, it's going to be 21-18 again. It's going to be Steelers defense again. Come on, Breece. Breece finally getting some serious positive yardage. 7 on that one. Oh, if Breece Hall ends it against the Jets, this would be very funny. He only needs a 1st down here. Counter run. Trent Richardson vision. Dude, that's a counter. You have to hit the left side of that. Motioning over Breeland. It is a pass. It is caught. I don't know ball because that was a genius play call. And that's victory formation, I believe. Nick Oliver put it away. That's so good to see. Finally, a really positive run play. We clutch up and close the game out. And now, for some reason, we are running a play. This is exactly what I mean about sim. You could QB kneel this 2 more times, the game would be over. We are running a play here. I do not like this. But all right. It's going to be game over anyway. Please kneel. All right, gentlemen. 3rd and 9. You know, it's small things like this that show you just how much attention to detail they put into college and not into Madden. In college football, when you kneel the ball and the game's going to end, it just auto-runs the clock for you. Just a nice little quality of life improvement. Regardless, we get an AFC championship. Miss Johnson's going to the Super Bowl, baby. Yeah, this Steelers roster now 17-2. This is a super good team. Not going to lie, though, I haven't, you know, these aren't the greatest teams we're playing right now in the playoffs. A little bit scared about who we're going to see over on the NFC side. So far, the Ravens have been kind of building a dynasty. I think if we end up playing the Ravens, this could be tough. Just kidding. I'm so stupid. The Ravens are in the AFC, so it can't be the Ravens. So that's already good. We dodged the Ravens. Who is the Super Bowl then? Ooh. Well, I can't say that's good. This is a hell of a matchup. Two 15-2 teams going at it. Super Bowl, not Super Bowl MVP, sorry. MVP Jalen Hurts, who actually is a Super Bowl MVP now, will be taking on the Eagles. All right, boys, here's the Super Bowl roster. George Pickens, Breece Hall, TJ Watt, Highsmith, Minka, Nick Oliver, Pat Freiermuth, Zach Frazier, Queen, Jair, Joey Porter, Elgton Jenkins, Cam Dawson, our superstar punter. Don't sleep on him. And there's Matthew Breedlin, 97 speed, 97 excel. He's progressed super well. What's this Eagles roster? I assume it's similar. Superstar X Factor Jalen Carter, Mailata, Smith, Saquon. Good thing is Saquon's a little bit washed here. He's definitely lost a step or two. Quinion Mitchell, Bond, AJ. AJ's lost a step or two. And then they've got Gil Fleming, center. This is going to be a hell of a matchup, boys. We got the Super Bowl on the clock. If we take a look at the yearly awards, Jalen Hurts did win MVP. Nick Oliver got third, I guess. 91 overall versus 91 overall. Two absolutely stacked rosters. They've definitely got the quarterback advantage. Jalen Hurts, a lot more developed, 99 overall X Factor. Mickey Mouse Super Bowl. Sorry, Cooper DeJean, but it's Black History Month for real this time. Breece Hall could end this Super Bowl. Oh my, it might already be over. But it's a 21-10 lead right now. It's 3rd and 1. One more handoff to Breece Hall. Why are we passing? Fine, you know what? Every time I've said that, I've been so. Nick Oliver, 206 yards and a touchdown. Eagles just used their last timeout. And guess what, baby? Dude, we won by scoring exactly 21 points every single playoff game. We're just too good defensively. Nobody can score more than 18 points on us in this playoff run. And I love that. It's 2nd and 11. We're handing the ball off because we're psychopaths, I guess. I'll never understand why they do this. Breece, if you score that, I'll cry. Oh my God, Breece. Stat Pat Hall gets 17 rushes, 72 yards, and it's really over now. Oh my God. One more kneel. Nick Oliver, one more kneel. 2nd and 11. A beautiful play. Oh, my goodness. Wow, I expect this to be a closer game. I thought the Eagles were really going to put up a fight here. We will take what we can get. The Pittsburgh Steelers are Super Bowl champions. 21-10. An insane season. 15-2 regular season. 3 straight wins in the playoffs makes us 18-2. Miss Johnson? All right. And absolutely no Gatorade came out of that Gatorade bath. I would have loved to see a wet t-shirt contest, Miss Johnson, but whatever. Miss Johnson, first ever female head coach to win the Super Bowl, by the way. It's also Black History Month. Oh, give it to my Dark Queen. Give it to my Chocolate Lady. Yeah! The question is, who gets Super Bowl MVP? I would love to see a defensive Super Bowl MVP. Not gonna lie, Nick Oliver's stat line's really good here. 206 yards and a touchdown. It'll probably go to him because there's a... No. It's gotta go to Breece. What a pickup Breece Hall ended up being. Saquon had 5 carries for -1. You're lying. Jalen kind of went off ground game, but Breece had 17 for 72 and 2 touchdowns. I feel like it's gotta go to Breece Hall. Pickens is 6 for 68, but Roman Wilson continues to just be great. 4 for 37. He had a touchdown. Breland, 5 for 63. We really played so well. Defensively, 2 sacks out of TJ, 1 out of Randall, 1 out of Benton, 1 out of Nolan Smith. No interceptions, no forced fumbles. Interestingly, there's really no turnovers in this game. Jalen Hurts doesn't throw an interception. Nobody fumbled. Yeah, there was no turnovers. Just clean defense and a lot of punts. 21-10. Excellent work, gentlemen. Massive W. Miss Johnson gets her contract extended, no doubt. And there's no doubt in my mind that this team could run it back. We've got 35 million cap, and it's about to be free agency. We can make this team even better. I mean, we did just win the Super Bowl. Free agents should be interested. Oh, Jahmyr Gibbs is a free agent. Wants 21 mil a year. Sorry, buddy, it's not happening. Jalen Carter won't flip to us. McConkey wants 30 mil a year. This is an insane free agent class, but Jack Campbell, Alan McNeil actually makes some sense here. Wow, this free agency is so holy shit. Run it back. Run it back. Pittsburgh 13-4 in the follow-up season. So it's not 15-2, it's still amazing. Roman Wilson continues to find a way to completely ignore my manual depth chart adjustments. I really don't know why that keeps happening, but it doesn't even matter because he's kind of balling out. 1,523 touchdowns is disgusting. And let's take a peek around the whole league. Nick Oliver, nowhere near as many yards as last season. Mahomes, another classic Mahomes franchise season. Your usual suspects. Mahomes, Allen, Burrow. Hey, there's Justin Waters again. Look at Matt Foote, dude. Just take a gander at Matt Foote. Why not? Rushing, Bijan, Gibbs, Barkley. Okay, Barkley hasn't fallen off yet. Look at Breece Hall, top 5. Breece Hall, 1,312. 12. Roman Wilson, 1,523 is disgusting. 23 touchdowns in a season is so insane. Defensively. Ooh, okay. It doesn't look like your defense was too impressive this season. 13.5 out of Watt, 11.5 out of Highsmith, 10.5 out of Ben Barnett. Actually was really good, just very distributed. Peyton Wilson had an insanely good season. 124, 9 TFLs, 5 sacks, 3 interceptions. He's everywhere. He forced a fumble, pass deflection, 2 fumbles recovered. Wow, Peyton Wilson, big season. That's really cool to see. Interceptions, 4 for Joey Porter, 3 for Wilson, 3 for Queen, 3 for Nolan, 2 for Terry, 2 for Minka, 1 for TJ Watt. Honestly, another great Steelers season. I think we could definitely break some records here. Get a bye in the wild card. Ah, look who it is, an AFC North rival, the Baltimore Ravens in the divisional. We squeak our way through this. No. We take a loss to the Ravens, 27-24, unfortunately, so we're not running it back. You know, I said that last season. I said we dodged the Ravens. That was like the team that I was most scared of, and we just didn't have to play them. And take a look. They made it to the Super Bowl. It's Seahawks versus Ravens. Let's take a look at this playoff bracket. So no back-to-back Super Bowls for us. We didn't get it really was dodging the Ravens. That was like the biggest thing. I bet you they win the Super Bowl here. Well, yeah, dude, I tell you what, I know ball. Dude, offensive player of the year is Roman Wilson. George Pickens has got to be pissed. Roman Wilson's just becoming our guy. Dude, Hugh Sutton? Hugh Sutton sounds like a name that I would make up being a dick. But he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hutch wins Defensive Player of the Year. And Lamar wins his 3rd Super Bowl. Literally the only time we were able to win it was when the Ravens didn't go. 2026, they won it. 2025 is Commanders. 2024 was the Ravens again. Dude, and did Lamar win MVP every time? He did. Holy shit. It'd be like that sometimes. So we did break a career Steelers sack record. That is TJ Watt now with 167 on his career. Any single season records? Yes, Nick Oliver has the Steelers single season record with 49 passing touchdowns. George Pickens has receiving yards at 1907. Roman Wilson has touchdown catches at 23. And the game seems to believe that TJ Watt had 22 sacks in 1987. Now, I may not be a certified ball knower, but I'm fairly certain that's not true. Single game records, we've got George Pickens with 5 touchdown catches. Rookie season records, Nick Oliver has almost all of these. And Matthew Breland has almost all of these. Actually, he does. He has every receiver record. 1,088, 11, and 86. And rookie game records, we've got none. Wow. Always cool to see. All right, boys, I don't think our timing could have been much better for this rebuild, because as we're going to send this team off, we've given them a 99 overall backfield with Breece Hall and Nick Oliver. We've given them a good developing offensive line. But that is the tail end of TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith's career. Highsmith's still an X Factor, probably got one more in him. Minka's damn near out of the league. TJ Watt is damn near out of the league. But I still think we put this team in a really good position. Regardless, Miss Johnson. Dude, I literally hate so much how they always say this shit. You were an incredible judge of talent. You weren't always the best at putting that talent to use. Shut up. Bro, I went 15-2 and won the Super Bowl, and then I ran it back. Like, whatever. Miss Johnson, thank you for your service. You were a dog. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.